What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with me full Gym Leader Larry Pokemon team. I am going to continue the Gym Leader series here. We're going to be using exactly Larry's rematch team today. So we got Oinkologne, Kamala, Bravery, the Dunsparce, and Staraptor. Now, the rules are I use the exact moves and the exact abilities, and I'm only allowed to Terra the Staraptor. The things I can do is add EVs and a item. So we're really starting to get through the gym leaders here. All the battles for this team were against random people. So first battle here we got is against Claudius, and we have a Garganacl lead. If you want to support the videos and the channel, people, make sure you hit that like button. I hope you've been enjoying this mini little series here. Now, this is the greatest matchup for me because I mean, Oikologne's attack set is okay, but Garganacl is very, very bulky and, does have access to moves like Body Press. So I went for a Bullet Seed there. Unfortunately, I only got 2 hits, which was kind of underwhelming. Now, since it's a Gluttony as ability, I thought it'd be a good idea to give it the Leechy Berry. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for Iron Head. Let's go for a flinch. And I got one. I was like, wow, that's really, really good. So I went for Iron Head again here. Garganacl gets a Quick Claw activation, and it's going to be going for a Salt Cure. So we got some Salt Cured Pork here. Doesn't do a lot of damage there, so like, that's not bad. I might be able to actually get around this. So I'm going to go for the Iron Head here. It just hangs on the tiniest little bit of health there, and now I can finish it off with the Body Slam because I actually did manage to get that flinch earlier. So that is the end of the Garganacl there, which is a very, very nice start to the battle. I'm going to take some more salt damage there too, but it's all good. So the next Pokemon is going to be the Scarlet. So I can't really do a lot to that. I went for a Zen Headbutt, and unfortunately I actually ended up missing, which is a bit of a shame. So now Scarlet's going to go for a Bitter Blade there. Oinkologne actually leaves it, which is really, really cool. So that means I'm going to be eating my Leechy Berries. That's going to boost my attack by 1 stage. Now, my EVs are Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature, and I've got the last little bit of health. But unfortunately there, the Salt is going to take out my Oinkologne before I can actually fire another hit off. So that was a bit unfortunate, but you know what? I got around Garganacl. I was pretty happy with that. Next Pokemon is going to be Kamala. Now, Kamala's not a bad Pokemon. It's got the Comatose abilities. That means it's got virtually the sleep status there. So I've got Yawn, Sucker Punch, Wood Hammer, and Zen Headbutt. I thought the Sucker Punch would be handy here, so I went ahead and went for it there. Good damage there. Did take it out, but I got a really, really good chunk of damage here. Here comes the Bitter Blade. Now, I sort of thought they would be going for that one, and they're going to get some health recovery back. So that's good that I can go for another Sucker Punch there. I've got my item as the Citrus Berry too. I've got Max Attack and Max Health. That's the only reason I lived that so well. So now it's going to go for a Sword Dance. Obviously, knowing I'm going to go for Sucker Punch. Unfortunately, I can't play any mind games there. I could have gone for a Yawn, but I thought I'd just keep attacking there. And Scarlet is going to decide to attack the second turn, and that is going to be the end of it. So that's really, really good. Next Pokemon is going to be Pikachu. So Pikachu will get hit pretty hard here if I can land an attack off it. And I managed to live the T-Bolt, which is really cool. Go for that Wood Hammer on Pika, and Pika is going to get one shot. Now, Wood Hammer's got a nasty recoil to it, so Kamala is going to faint there. So when you come to Australia, people, you do see a lot of Kamalas and stuff. They tend to drop out of the trees and, ski you and stuff. So next Pokemon is going to be Sylveon here, and I've got my Bravery. So Bravery is a Sharp Beak as the item, Keen Eye as the ability. I've got Brave Bird, Crush Claw, Close Combat, and Rock Tomb. Bit of interesting set there. And we've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature. So the Sylveon's going to go for a Baby Doll Eyes, which is kind of unfortunate that I'm not running like any other ability than Keen Eye, the Defiant Recall. And I still managed to get a lot of damage there, which is really cool. So now the Sylveon's going to go for a double Baby Doll Eyes. That is a priority move too. So after, I guess, the first Brave Bird, I guess they thought, well, I've got nothing left to lose here. I might as well just go for Baby Doll Eyes for a second time and get some damage there. I will, drop my attack so I don't do as much damage to the next Pokemon. Sweet Come Salamence, I'm going to get my attack dropped again. That was 2 Baby Doll Eyes and 1 Intimidate. At this stage, I didn't really want to swap out onto the Salamence, so I just decided to drop its speed there. I thought they may try a D-Dance, but they didn't. So I consider it's all I got the Life Orb as the item too. Now, the next Pokemon is the Dunsparce. I'm going to take some Stealth Rock damage. We've got Hyper Drill, Drill Run, Dragon Rush, and Stone Miss. I've got Quick Claw as the item, Serene Grace as the ability, Max Health, and Max Attack Adamant Nature. So in the end, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for a Dragon Rush here. And the cool thing was I got a quick claw, so that means I'm going to be going first. Like, oh, I hope I land this attack, and I do. And Salamence is going to actually go down to that, which is really, really cool. So that was a solid KO there on the Salamence. I dodged all damage. Next Pokemon, which is also the last Pokemon, is Quackquavel. I'm swapping out the Dunsparce, expecting like a close combat, and we're going to go into Staraptor. So remember, my team is only 5 Pokemon as well, so I had to sort of work with that. So dropping the Quackquavel's attack there, and now Quackquavel is going to be a Terra. So I was like, okay, it's probably going to be... Usually these run either like Terra Water most of the time, sometimes Terra Fighting, but mostly Terra Water. So it's going to be a Terra Water. So like maybe it's going to use Aqua Step here. You know, that's always like a really good move to use. So it's going to go for Bulk Up instead. Of like, nice, you know, I didn't expect the Bulk Up coming. So that's going to make it more defensive, and it's going to make it, hitting pretty hard. So the item I got in my Staraptor was Toxicorp because it gets Facade, Brave Bird, Thief, and Close Combat. I've given it Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature. So now it's like, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go for a Terra, and I'm going to go for a Terra Normal Facade. So with the Toxicorp, since I'm status, that's going to actually double the base power Facade. So I thought, that's pretty cool. It's going to do a lot of damage. Will it take it out? I was like, I'm pretty confident it still will take it out. I mean, I know it does have a bulk up, but it's still going to do a lot of damage. So I went for that, and it actually mattered. That bulk up really did matter. Since I didn't, since I was still a flying type, they went for an Ice Spinner, which would have been good if I wasn't a normal type. But that, my friends, is going to be the end of the first battle. They're finishing off with another Facade, and that is the first battle of 4 today. I've got 4 battles with this gym leader. So thank you, Claudius, for the battle, and let's get on to battle number 2 here. What's a Zoroark in there trying to cut there? So we had a naughty little hacker here. They had a shiny Koraidon. I was like, oh, maybe, I think their name was like, what is it, like an area code? I'm not sure what that even means. BT7264. I don't know, maybe a number plate? So the first Pokemon here is going to be, I know he said Sarah Leach. Armwrench is going to go for a Calm Mind. I've got my Dunsparce as the leading Pokemon here. So I do have Drill Run in this. I thought that's going to be, a nice move to use. Sorry, Stone Edge, my bad. I went for the Stone Edge, did some good damage, but this is definitely a, reasonably bulky set. So it's got Weak Armor. That's going to be activating right away, increasing its speed, and of course, it's got the Weakness Policy. So like, wow, this is going to be, real nasty. So I know that's a special set, and it's going to have stored power, and Dunsparce, yeah, there's no way it's going to be living that. That was like a Weakness Policy activation, a Calm Mind on top of the speed boost it got from the Weak Armor and, stored power. It's crazy, right? So going to the Kamala, thank goodness this team does have a priority move, and Sucker Punch was enough to take it out thanks to the drop in Weak Armor. It's got a pretty good attack stat, Kamala. Next Pokemon is Koraidon, and it is not shiny. I thought we may be getting the first hacker exposed for a Scarlet and Violet, but it never happened. So now they're going to go for a Sword Dance. Not that it really needs it too much against like a fully normal team, basically. And, Zen Headbutt does good damage. So I went for Sucker Punch. They went for a Sword Dance here, another Sword Dance. I was like, what? Like, how much more attack do you need on a Koraidon, right? So it's going to go for a Collision Course this time. I went for Zen Headbutt. I'm going to get outspec. Not that Sucker Punch would have done much damage anyway. So, it is what it is. That's the end of Kamala. At least I got some damage on the Koraidon there. Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Staraptor. At least I can drop its attack. I can't really swap out, so I went for Brave Bird. I do outspeed, and Koraidon is going to get sunk there, which is really, really good. That thing had, like, crazy amounts of attack. So I'm going to take some recoil damage there. I've now got the Toxicorp up, which is going to be handy too, so I can go for, fully powered Facades. Next Pokemon is going to be Roaring Moon. So this team was no joke. It really wasn't. They're going to get a boost there in the attack. So I was like, well, I may as well go for a Terra Normal here. I have to get rid of this Roaring Moon, just in case it has, like, Dragon Dance, or, let's say, even if it doesn't do Dragon Dance, it's going to be a very, very powerful Pokemon, with a +1 in attack there. So, turning myself into a normal type there, we've got a double Terra here. So, like, I wonder what this is going to be. I hope it's not something like Steel, because that'd be really bad. And it turns out it's going to be Flying. So, like, all right, you've just got a normal acrobatics set there. So that's, pretty standard. I'm going to go for the side, and Roaring Moon is going to get dumpstered. So that's an awesome result there, taking out, 2 really, really scary Pokemon. 3 really scary Pokemon, This team was, very, very good. Now, the next Pokemon to come in against my Straptor is going to be Dragapult. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to outspeed that. Unless they're running some sort of support set. Now they're going to go for a Dragon Dance, and Staraptor is going to go down. But that was a very, very good effort there by Staraptor, really take out. If I didn't get rid of Koraidon and Roaring Moon there, the battle was like long gone. Like I wouldn't have standed a chance, a ghost for chance. Next Pokemon is Bravri. I knew that I'd get outspeeded, but Bravri's got a reasonable amount of bulk to it. I lived the Dragon Darts, which is really excellent. And now what I can do is go for a Brave Bird. I can see it's got Life Orb as its item too, and Dragapult is going to be going down. So I'm guessing it definitely was like max speed and max day. Unfortunately, Bravri is going to take some recall damage, and I did take really, really heavy damage from Dragon Darts. It is going to fade. Now, the last Pokemon is going to be Tatsugiri. I will admit they did bring 5 Pokemon. Now they're going to go for a Hydro Pump here. That does heaps of damage. However, since I've got the Gluttony ability, that's going to activate Lychee Berry early. I was like, oh, this is going to do a lot of damage. I went for a Body Slam. Body Slam does heaps, but it doesn't quite take it out. However, I get a Paralyze there, and I can outspeed with a Disrespect Bullet Seed, and that is the end of the battle. What a battle that was there. Yeah, I'll give them props too. They could have quit the battle there after the Paralyze. So, thank you, number plate there or area code for the battle. Don't use that naughty shiny Koraidon online. Next opponent here, I'm not really sure what their name is. Maybe someone can translate in the comment section. We have a battle here, and this one has a Garchomp lead. So it's like, all right, we've got Oinkologne. Not really an excellent matchup. I outsped it with a Body Slam. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. I didn't expect outspeed there. This must be some sort of bulky Garchomp. So Garchomp goes for a Dragon Claw. Definitely max attack there, and that is going to increase my attack. So I just went for an Iron Head. I'm trying for a flinch. My moves they're doing nothing. Like, this thing's got some good bulk about it, like good bulk investment. And Garchomp is going to faint the pig. So I was like, all right, that's all right. I got some damage that's worth a little bit, right? So I'm going to go into Kamala. It's going to go for an Earthquake here on Kamala. That does a lot of damage. Almost take him out. That was so close. And I'm going to get my Citrus Berry back. So at this stage, I was like, I'm going to go for Wood Hammer here. That's my next best attack. I wanted to sort of hide that I had Sucker Punch until the very end, and that actually worked out really, really well. So that Garchomp was like a Sand Veil set too, which was interesting. Now, that next Pokemon I come out here is going to be the Tinkertons. Like, I did struggle with Steel-type Pokemon a lot of this. It was going to use Skitter Smack. That actually looked really cool. Sort of looked like it was whacking me with its hammer. Very nice little animation there. So next Pokemon, it still wasn't good as the Sword and Shield one though. So now it's going to go with the Gigaton Hammer. Dunsparce is very tanky. It lives that very nicely. And now I'm going to go for a Drill Run, doing really, really good damage. Now I get a backup Drill Run here with the Bright Powder, and that's going to be enough to take out Tinkerton. I don't think a Tinkerton would have finished me off there, considering Gigaton Hammer was its best move, so that was really nice. Unless they had, like, Protect or something. So now we've got the Vaporeon going. Once again, we got a no-joke team here. These are some very, very competitive teams. And Vaporeon's going to go for a Acid Armor. So, like, oh, no. What can I do here? Like, looking through my team, they're all of the Pokemon are physical attackers. So I don't know if I can get around this, like, real talk. So now it's going to go for a Carmine. So I'm thinking to myself here, this is definitely going to be a Stored Power Vaporeon. I already know it, right? So I'm going to go for a crit with the Stone Edge. So I'm hoping for a crit on Stone Edge. At least if I can put it in like a low range of health, I might be able to feint it. So here comes the Stored Power as expected, and the Dunsparce is going to be fainting. So like, okay, that's all right. Not a bad result. So now I'm going to go into Bravery. I'm going to just go for Brave Bird. I outspeed, obviously, and I got really good damage there. So one more attack after Brav, like I swap one of my Pokemon in, I can take it out. I am indeed down to my last Pokemon though. Bravery managed to live there with its, above average bulk and take out Vaporeon, which is really exciting. So next Pokemon is going to be Gothitelle. Gothitelle, I'm just going to go for Brave Bird here, and Gothitelle lives out. It's kind of thick. They're definitely running defense and health on it. So Bravery's going to be fainted there. Gothitelle actually went for a T-Ball. That's not going to hit anything though. So I've got one more Pokemon, and that is going to be Staraptor. So like, maybe I should go for Terra Normal here and just take it out, or do I go for, another move? So I'm going to activate this competitive there with, Intimidate. Gothitelle's not going to get a chance to actually make use of that. So bye-bye, Gothitelle. So now I've got two more Pokemon to deal with here. My opponent did bring 6 along. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be Sylveon. Like, all right, I have to go for Terra Normal here. I want to make sure I get that full power Facade in case they're running something like, let's say they're running something like Max Health, Max Defense Sylveon, which, can happen when it's like those bulky Carmine sort of builds there. So go for the Booster Facade there. Sylveon gets rolled out like a lounger and ride, which is awesome. So One more Pokemon left here. Last Pokemon is going to be Scarlet. Now, they're very, very lucky here because they can actually go for a Terra Grass here on their Scarlet. They wouldn't be able to get a neutral damage Flower Trick without me going for the Terra there. And, of course, I had to go for the Terra because, it's a normal type gym leader, right? So now they're going to outspeed me and go for the Flower Trick, and that's going to take Staraptor out there. They may not have got that KO if I didn't have to go for the Terra Null. But anyway, that's it. A very close battle there. I actually managed to take out 5 Pokemon before they did, so I was very happy with that. Let's get on to battle number 4 here. I'm not sure what my opponent's name here is either. Maybe someone can translate. That'd be pretty cool. And the first... Wait, no, hang on a second. I believe their name is Pokemon God. I could be wrong, though. So the first Pokemon is going to be Annihilate, and we're going to go for a Zen Headbutt. That does a lot of damage, almost take it out. Close combat is not going to take the pig out. Now, that is going to activate my Lychee Berry, thanks to Gluttony. This thing is definitely like this doesn't have any attack, like pure bulk or something like that. And I'm going to go for any attack. I just went for the Bullet Seed, and that was enough to take out the Annihilate there too. So not a bad start to the battle. Imagine getting like 5 Bullet Seeds and Annihilate living, then going for Rage Fist. I mean, it couldn't do it on my team, but maybe in like another team. So I got a Fleet there on the incoming Lucario, but they had a Steadfast as ability, boosting their speed, and now they're going to finish me off there with a Meteor match. Oh, also, this was a no restrictions battle too. That's why the Pokemon were level 100 too. So we're going to go and get hit by an Aura Sphere here. I managed to live it just thanks to the Max Health, and now Kamala's item is going to come into effect. So I was like, I don't know whether I can take Lucario out. I've got Zen Headbutt. That's about it. That's my best move. So go for that. It fails there, and I went for a Sucker Punch here, and unfortunately the Lucario actually managed to live because it was not very effective. So that's going to go for an Aura Sphere, and that's going to take out my Kamala. So I got to get rid of the Lucario. Like, it's definitely a threatening Pokemon, right? So we're bringing in Bravery now. It's going to go for an Ice Punch. Bravery's overall bulk actually saves it there, and I'm going to finish it off there with a Disrespect Rock Tomb. So that's the end of Annihilate and Lucario. Pretty countering Pokemon for my team. Next one is going to be the Dragapult. Now, I actually managed to outspeed Dragapult. I think they're running some sort of like bulky set there or like mix set. I have no idea, but I managed to take it out with a Brave Bird. Like, Brave Bird from Bravery is very, very powerful. Next Pokemon is going to be the Garchomp. There's 3 Pokemon left, and I've also got 3 Pokemon as well. Now, I've got Brave Bird here. I know that I possibly could get outspeed. I was like, I don't want to swap, I may as well just get like Brave Bird damage and then Faint. If I do outspeed, that's what I was thinking, right? So go for Brave Bird. I do outspeed there, and Garchomp takes a lot of damage, so I was really happy with that. And now it's going to be going for a Liquidation. I was like, what? I'll actually leave the recall damage on 1 or 2 health, which is pretty funny. So that's the end of the Bravery. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be the Dunsparce. I was kind of hoping for a Quick Claw here. I thought that'd be really funny. I've got, like, I believe that I can leave any attack Garchomp throws at me. Even, I want to say even a critical hit. So now it's going to go for Brick Break. Brick Break's going to do nothing because I've got that max health, right? So that's an interesting Garchomp set. Liquidation, Brick Break. I guess it doesn't have, like... I guess it has Earthquake as well. So anyway, Garchomp is going to be fainting there. And there's 2 Pokemon left. The Dunsparce is just flapping its 6 little wings there. Well, has it got 6 wings? I think it does. Anyway, so next Pokemon is going to be Gallade. It's going to finish me off with a close combat there. Nothing I could have done about that. Very, very powerful Pokemon. So I've got 1 more Pokemon left, and that is going to be the Staraptor. Now, the good thing about this, I've got the type advantage, plus Gallade Zero drops as defense too after using that. So I know they're not going to swap out at this stage. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to go for a Terra Normal on the Staraptor, and that way I can get the full boost there from Facade. Not that it really matters. I know that I can take Gallade out, just in case they did swap for some reason, which, I was pretty doubtful about. So I go Facade there, and that is the end of the Gallade. Now, the Toxic Orb is going to activate this turn, and that means my Facade is going to be like double base power now. So it's going to be really, really good. Now, the last Pokemon to come in here, that's a very short name, is going to be Quackquavel. And Quackquavel is going to be their Terra Pokemon too. So, like, if they go into anything but, like, Ghost or Steel, this is going to drop them, right? So I guess the only way they could outspeed me here would be like, I don't know, Aquajet. That's about it, or like a Choice Scarf. I'm going to outspeed them, go for the Facade, and that is the end of the Quack Quavel. And that's also the end of the Gym Leader Larry's team. Hope you enjoy this one. Next time, we're going to be back with a doubles battle with Rhyme, so that should be pretty cool. All right, peace out, people.